Okay, before I go into a long-winded product demonstration, how many of you in here don't already use the product? If you don't use the product, raise your hand. Okay. I'm going to just really hit highlights, okay? Not as in we have a highlight product, but I'm just going to hit the highlights of each product. My favorite things, I'll sort of tell it in story form, I guess. This is Plexus Slim. It's just a drink stick. Pour it in water, bottled water. The thing I like about this product, other than the fact that it absolutely works for blood sugar issues as well. That's actually what it's developed for, if you have anyone in your life that has blood sugar issues. But the thing I absolutely love about this is you can pop it in your purse. You don't have to have a blender, right? You don't have to have anything special in order to be able to use this entire system. All you need is a bottle of water. This combined with this is the Plexus Accelerator. This is a great appetite suppressant. It has all kinds of other great ingredients in it as well. These two combined can almost make you forget to eat. In fact, I get the occasional, I think I have a little bit of a light head or headache, or are you eating? Oh, no, I have forgotten to. This is an award-winning combination. I have a girl on my team who's lost 130 pounds and did that within 8 or 9 months. She had lost 130 pounds. Looks like an entirely different person. And also she was suffering from depression. One of my favorite stories, you may have seen her video. It's Leanne, if you've ever watched the My Plexus Journeys. But she was suffering from depression from having lost her son. He drowned in the river. And she called me one day and she's like, I need help. Do you think that this could help me? And it helped her long before the weight started dropping off, her depression started dropping off. So just want to say that. If you have any kind of candida issue, fungus, autoimmune, anything like that, if your immune system doesn't work properly in any shape, form, or fashion, Plexus doesn't cure or treat anything, but your body does naturally if it's in a proper working condition. It's the immune system. And this will make your immune system have muscle. The ProBio is great probiotics, also coupled with some antifungal agents. You can't find anything like this on the market. This stuff right here, this is all I talked about. I don't even know if it's okay for me to say that in my first year, I sold, do you know that?
I can't remember the number.
I think $50,000 worth of ProBio 5. Wow. And that's because they buy it once, and they buy it again, and they buy it again, and again, and again. It's amazing. Just delete that if I'm not supposed to say. And the BioCleanse, when you couple these two together, I'm not a scientist. I don't really know anything. I know a lot about Candida now because I have researched it, because I'm so passionate about it because of my brother. I don't understand the science behind how any of this works, but these two right here are an award-winning team, and I, as an ambassador, this is the system. These 4 products. When people say, what do I need to take for XYZ? If it doesn't include weight loss, I don't say this. The accelerator, if they're not looking to lose weight. But if they're looking to lose weight and they have anything going on with their health, you need to try those 4 products. And since then, now that convention came around, we also have X Factor. How many of you in here use the X Factor? Amazing, right? I'm going to have to read because this is not something I have actually memorized yet exactly what it's fantastic for, but Plexus X Factor is a turbocharged multivitamin and antioxidant supplement with a never-before-seen formulation of a patented aloe blend. Aloe, from what I understand, actually helps your body to readily absorb nutrients in a smoother fashion. And so that's why this is like how this will give your immune system a muscle. This will give everything, the food that you eat and everything, your nutrients that go into your body is an amazing product. Okay, the fast relief I'm doing this as fast as possible because I know you want to hear from James. Any kind of pain or inflammation that someone suffers from and they are taking something that might damage their liver. When they released this was at the leaders retreat that we went to in October, this previous October. They released this. I cried. I was really glad that we have all this weight loss stuff, but I got people in my life, including my husband's father had passed away from chronic back issues. He passed away in 2010, so this has nothing to do with plexus, but he passed away from chronic back pain issues leading to liver failure. And so this is a really big problem in America where people just don't have any other way except for to take something that will damage their liver. And this is an amazing product, and it works. It works, and it has all natural ingredients in it. This nerve health support, I have a testimony for that. I had done damage. I'm a photographer. I had done damage to the back of my neck from carrying that thing around. If you're a photographer, don't use that kind of strap. Use it kind of go across your body instead of around that way. But I had this radiating pain that went down the back of my arm and into the back of my hand. I thought I had carpal tunnel, and they did all sorts of MRIs, and I thought it was in really bad shape. And this turned out to be my saving grace for that. It's for any kind of neuropathy. It's a great product. This little trio here, if they have nerve damage, this one's one of the newer ones. But these three can be used in tandem with each other. I should have probably already asked this, but most of you already may use this or are familiar with this. If anybody has any pain that you can get to, like easily, there's an open bottle over there. Raise your hand, somebody will bring you a little squirt of this. This fast relief cream, this is not any kind of cream you ever used before. This stuff is amazing. We also have a Plexus 96. This is a 96 calorie protein drink, sort of, if you're in a snacking type mood, or it could replace a meal if you wanted to, but we don't sell no replacements. I'm very adamant with that in my group because there are so many products out there, companies that do, and this is just so different. This could be something that could help someone get off of maybe a weight plateau, that type of thing. People mix it with all kinds of stuff, but you can just mix it with water. Have I skipped any products? Let me ask, anybody in here have a really amazing 30-second testimony?
You want to do this in 30 seconds?
Yes, 30 seconds. I'm timing.
I used to be fat. I started this product back in February. I was over 250 pounds, and I was told I had to have weight loss surgery because my joints could not hold my body weight up anymore. And I had no other options. This was it. And I called on my friend. I said, I don't want to sell it. I don't want to go to a meeting, and I don't want to go to a convention with a bunch of cheerleaders hyped up on caffeine. And here I am. I'm now a gold ambassador, and I am two pom-poms short of being a cheerleader. I was the one in the gold outfit in the money booth. I was having an absolute blast. These products, I battled with depression. I battled with chronic knee pain, chronic back pain, chronic self-loathing. It went beyond depression, chronic self-loathing. I couldn't even tell you what I looked like in the mirror. There were no mirrors in my house that saw below my chin level. Plexus changed everything about me. I went from a 3X top to a large. I went from a size very, very snug 18 pants to a size 14. If you know anyone, don't hesitate to cross that uncomfortable line and say, look, I've got something right here. Cross that line. Because the results that you're going to get from it will long surpass that one line of, I don't know how to approach anyone who's overweight. Trust me when I say this, I knew I was fat. Okay? I knew it. Cross that line and go there.
great segue for something I want to read to you really quick. I wrote this and posted this on Facebook on Friday. I didn't share this with my group last night because most of them probably saw it on my Facebook post, but I called it Confessions of a Multi-Level Marketing Cynic. She was talking about to not be afraid to talk to people, and she's talking about from the health perspective, and for so long, I was comfortable with that. I was comfortable with telling people, this will help you, I think this will help you. This is something that you need, and if they called me and they asked specifics, yes, I believe this will help you. Something I wasn't comfortable with, though, was discussing financial situations with people, and it's very weird. And also wasn't really comfortable with being associated with something that might hurt my other business or multi-level marketing. And so this is something I wrote and I felt like I would read it to you tonight. That was me, a cynic of multi-level marketing. Even as I was moving up the ranks with it myself, I was poo-pooing the idea behind it and praying people did not automatically associate me with it. Please don't let multi-level marketing be what people think of me when they see me. I'm not going to pester my friends. I'm not going to be the one whose calls get avoided. Even as I packed to leave for last year's leaders retreat, I wrote an entire blog post about that. I was so wrapped up in worrying about those people who I actually don't ever even run into. Then today, yes today, I woke up to a news feed filled with dread from countless teachers all across my friends list. It's my last day of freedom. My last day before I go back. I'm tending to last minute details before summer is over. Summer is over. It's 105 degrees outside. And then my brain floats over to a handful of conversations I have had over the last year with a childhood friend of mine who has decided to follow me on this multi-level journey, and the tears started to flow. She felt God calling her to be home for her children and wondered if Plexus could be the way for her. I bet she'll never avoid me in the grocery store. I bet she'll always smile when we see each other. I'm not saying it was because of me that she's not going back to school tomorrow, but it is because of multi-level marketing and her listening to her calling and the fact that I decided to pester my friends on my Facebook with what I do. Summer's not over. Summer is still blazing. So while I probably will never hold meeting, if that is something you want to do in order to get out of your 9-to-5er, then you should do it. If you want to pester your friends, keep in mind that you will probably be instrumental in changing some of their lives. It's just something to think about. So now I want to hand the microphone over to this gentleman who spent the evening with me last night and decided to come back for some more, James Elliot.
Thank you very much. It's great to be in Texas. And by the way, let's give a big hand to Lori and Jetty and all you for setting up the meeting tonight. Stand up, you guys. Give them a hand. They're working hard for you. I'm really privileged to be here with you. The last meeting that was held in Grapevine had 9 people. Look around. Something's happening. I walked to the back a few minutes ago to turn the lights off, and I looked over a lady's shoulder. She'd written down some notes on how to make her business grow, and she said, first, get a gross toenail. First, yeah. A lot of what I'm going to talk about tonight, because most of you are ambassadors in Plexus already, I'm going to be talking to you about the things that need to go through you to the next 50 people that you talk to, okay? This is about gathering up data and gathering up things that will cause your organizations to grow. Before I do that, please stand up, give a hand to Will Kimmering. Nice to see you all. Will is one of the co-creators of the X Factor for Plexus, and he's a Texas gentleman. And we're very privileged to have him here with us tonight. We have a wonderful group of formulators and people who have designed and created the products that we're bringing to you. We're very, very picky, so he passed the test. I want to talk to you about a variety of things, but I want to give you the perspective I'm coming from in the first place. Because we've talked about this as the opportunity of a lifetime. And I need to kind of build a little bit of a background, first of all, about why I'm even here. I spent the first 25 years of my career as an ad agency creative director, vice president, and worked on worldwide projects, some of which I had one television show that was running in 115 countries every day. Got to the time in my life where I had made a lot of money and had done really well, and decided I'd become a freelance infomercial host and producer, and I did that. Launched one project that ended up selling $1 billion worth of a product on television. And so that brings me to something I'm about to say. I've seen some really, really big successes in my life. I wasn't prepared for what I ran into when I started working with Plexus. I was freelancing and enjoying life, pretty much working in jeans and boots, t-shirts. I stayed home all the time and had freedom, was able to do whatever I wanted. Every month or so I'd make a new television show, and only had to make a few a year, and that was fine. Had a lot of free time, did a lot of golfing. So why would I want to go to work in a company? Well, they found out what I had done in media and television and making videos and so forth, and they needed that. And I was really, really intrigued by this company. And so they came and asked me if I'd sit down and talk to them, and Alfred and I spent about 3 hours in a restaurant one day. And he began to tell me some things that really intrigued me. First of all, and most important to me, which may or may not be as important to you as it is to me, but I met some people at the head of this company that were some of the realest, nicest, best, honest-to-goodness, genuine folks I've ever met in my life. Tarl and Alec and Alfred are wonderful people. And I've worked in, like George, he had the hostile employer. You ever have that? One day he called in rich. And he really did that, by the way. George was a physical therapist and medical professional, was really skeptical about products like this, and went through it and did all the science, and he decided that he wanted to do it. So they got into the business, and it grew enough to where one day he didn't have to go to work anymore. He just called in rich. Now he, for whatever reason, George being George, he wants to be a pig farmer. And he loves it, you know. He really enjoys it, so it's okay. That's why he wanted the tractor. But everybody has their own dream. Well, I had gotten to a point in my own experience where working by myself was getting a little boring. And so it was interesting to start looking at a chemistry of people, and I wanted to see what this corporate culture was like. Plexus happened to be about 800 yards from my house, so it was a pretty easy commute. But I went in to see them and began to explore this thing, and I got such a feeling of family there, I can't tell you. Now I know you're not going to go there and work, but at the same time you have to know what's behind this. You have to realize that there's somebody in this company that, number one, has a heart, cares about people, and isn't just some money-grubbing tycoon that wants to take all the money and not give it to you and build this organization. And because that's the story that you're going to hear, and I want to tell you that it's the truth. It's the real thing. These people built an organization that's different for a reason. They wanted it to work for a long time. How do you get it to work for a long time? Well, you take care of people. That's how you get it to work for a long time. And they want to do that because, not because it's just a strategy. They do it because they mean it. They really want to do something for people, and they care about it. I mean, you can bring Alfred to tears in about 10 nanoseconds talking about the purpose of this and why it means something to him. And they're all the same way about it. It's really, really important. I joined the company in February, mid-February. of this year. That's all the longer I've been in the company. And I'm going to tell you something right now that I'm promising you, those of you who are taping this right now, you're going to get me in trouble. But that's okay. I'm going to do it anyway because what do I have to lose? What are they going to do? When I joined the company was just crazy. Now, you saw the video, the fastest growing company in the United States. And you may go, well, yeah, what category, how was that measured, who is against, all this. B2B CFO is an affiliate of Morgan Stanley. It's a nationwide company of 300 financial consultants. They consult with every kind of business that they can possibly find in the United States. And they take candidates, the top 25 in the country. By the time 2012 had ended, they did all of their evaluations, and Plexus won the fastest growing company in the United States by increase of the percentage of sales revenue, which kind of is the number one category. How big did you grow in a year? What was the percentage of change of your sales? That was Plexus for 2012. Now, mind you, 2 months later, I joined the company when they had just won the fastest growing company in the United States, and they said, you're going to become our director of sales, and we want you to increase sales here. I'm going, I've got the job of increasing sales of the fastest growing company by sales in the country. Not a small challenge. Well, this is now, we just ended the month of July. That's 6 months later, if I calculate that right. In February, we closed February, and our sales were just under $4 million a month. That month, they're 3-something, 3.7 something. Everybody was astonished. We've been growing at 28 to 30% per month, which is just like hard to handle if you're in business. People are going, what is going on here? How can that keep going? And it kept doing it on month after month. Week after week, day after day, every day we look at the sales and we go, wow, here. Okay, then we get to the summertime and everybody goes, well, these kind of businesses really slow down in the summer. So we expect a little downturn in June, 30% up. Expected a downturn in July, 30% up. Everybody's going, this is the middle of summer. It's supposed to be going the other way. Okay, pay close attention to what I'm going to say. February, 3.5 million in sales. Just closed July, 13.7 million in sales in 6 months. Tripled the size of the company in 6 months. Now, that makes the hair stand up on the back of my arms. As a guy that's been in sales my entire life, it's unbelievable. What does that mean to you? First of all, I can talk about Plexus all night, but that's not, you're going to go, yeah, I heard another pitch. I'm not up here to give you a pitch. I'm here to talk about your life. Your life is why you're here. You want something different. You want something to change in your life, whether it's your health, whether it's your sense of purpose, or whether it's your income. And a lot of times it is all of those things. I want to talk about how life goes, because I'm older than a lot of you. I've seen a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things. I've had a lot of people just recently that have struggled with serious health problems, and some people that are close to me have passed away. I've gone through some very, very hard times in my life. You have too, and I know you have. You can dress up and you all look real nice tonight. You can fix your hair up and you can wear your nice clothes and you can put on your best ball cap or whatever you're going to do. And you can come out here and you can smile and you can tell everybody how good everything is, and you can act like everything's right in your life, but I know better. Because all of us at some point, somewhere, got a little heartbreak going on. And we want to change that. We want something somehow to give us some hope. We want something to give us a good time. We want something to smile about. We want something to feel good about life. That life is working for us, and it's not just going against us all the time. Now, this doesn't sound like I'm talking about selling this, does it? I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what's going on in your life. Now, Plexus can't answer every problem. We can't fix your marriage. We can't fix that kid that's going on drugs. We can't do the things that, somebody's going to file a lawsuit, or some ugly neighbor or boss or whatever is being nasty to you, or you've got a relative that you just can't stand and you can't wait to not go to Christmas and see them. You know, there's a lot of things that you might have in your life that we can't do anything about, but there are two categories that are absolutely pivotal in whether or not life is kind of okay or kind of not. One is whether you're healthy, and the other is whether you have any money. Okay? Now, if you don't have health, that's number one. Because I've seen people that have a lot of money and they're not healthy, and their life is not good. Okay? So it starts there, and that's where we're dealing with these products right here. And they are life changers. Okay? But the other thing is that if a person is broke, you know that it's miserable. Has anybody here? No, don't even answer. It's miserable to not have any money, to not know how you're going to pay your rent, your car payment, buy food, cover your utility bills. Somebody's calling on the phone. You don't want to answer the phone. Sounds like I've been there before. You know, it's really, really hard. And life can be that way. What if? Just what if you could get involved with something that just grew 300%? Why did it? And you could get on the wagon with that, and your life would start to change. Your health would start to change. The people around you, you were helping them change their health, and you were finding a sense of purpose in that. You were finding meaning in what you did every day, because this is exciting. People around me are having changes. What was it like for the person that talked to you about Plexus when you lost all that weight and your life started to change? I bet they're as happy for you as you are for you, you see? And they got a good feeling out of that. On and on and on it goes. You start feeling like, hey, wait a minute. I'm not just going to go down and punch a clock here and spend 8 hours listening to somebody yell at me about not getting enough production out, and then I'm going to go home and I'm going to eat and kick the dog and watch some, you know, some Pawn Stars or something, and then after that, go to sleep and start it all over again tomorrow. Do I have a purpose in life? People are sitting around at Starbucks going, boy, what is life all about? I wonder what purpose is. You know, most people that work in Plexus already know that purpose in life is helping other people. They know that what we're doing here is changing lives, changing the economic futures of people, it's changing the health of people, and most importantly, saving some people from dying early. I mean, when people lose a lot of weight, they're changing their risk ratios of all of the problems that you have in your health by a dramatic amount. You're not just adding years to these people, you're adding quality to the years that you're adding. They are all of a sudden able to be active people. They can do things with their family again. They can go out in public. They can exercise. They can be active. All of those things are phenomenal benefits to the life change that you can start bringing to other people. So you're getting that benefit, a sense of purpose. You're also making a phenomenal income. Some of the incomes that people have started to make in this business in such a short period of time is almost scary. I mean, it's like you want to take them aside and say, listen, I need to talk to you a little bit about, you got to be careful. It's almost like they're lottery winners, you know? And you're worried about them because they're going to go out and, you know, buy a pink limousine with diamonds on it or something. And you just got to settle down a little bit, you know? Be a little bit, you know, careful with what you're doing with all this cash, because it starts coming pretty fast if you really start getting it going. And like Lori says, you don't have to just do meetings like this. Some people do. That's the neat thing about it. Some people do meetings, and there are diamonds that have done nothing but meetings. Sheila Medina, in this video that you just watched, his first diamond in the company, she just does meeting, and built a phenomenal organization. That's great. There are other people like these two over here that have done 2 meetings. I'm sure that they've done more than that. They kind of joke about it. But, you know, they've gotten into social media and they've been able to build an organization that way. And there are other people that have other ways of doing it. They have other ways of finding their constituency and bring those people. It's people. It's wherever you find people. And wherever you find people, you're going to find people with weight problems. Because about half the people in this country have it. And it's not easy to find a marketplace. This is the interesting thing about this business. I said this last night. I'm hoping I can say it again right. No one wants to be in network marketing when it's done the old way. You know that? Everybody wants to run away from network marketing when it's done the old way. It's like, oh no, they're a network marketer. Quick, get over here. That you know, oh man, are they gonna put another hit on me? And here we go. No, I don't want to go through your circles. No, I don't want to talk about all the pain, the down. No. I've been there, done that. It's just a great big disappointment. It's a great big bummer. I don't want to do it. Every time it doesn't meet my expectations and I get out, here we are again, here we are again. Nobody wants to be in network marketing when it's done the old way. Everybody wants to be in network marketing when it's done the right way. Plexus is doing it the right way, and maybe for the first time. Now you're going to go, right. How many people have said that? Well, I'm telling you, you're too late to tell me that, okay? What I just told you about February through July should tell you that something completely, remarkably, paradigm-shifting different is happening with this company. Why is it happening? Well, I spent my life in the marketing business. And you look at certain things in marketing. What is the most important thing in all of marketing? Demand. Demand. Okay? You can take a product out, and I've seen it done. I've worked with some of the top infomercial writers and producers in the world, and they bring new products to the market and put them on television. And you know, some of those people are geniuses. And they take a product out there and they make a show about it and put it on television, and nothing happens. You can't, the telephone call room is deafeningly silent. No phones are ringing and everybody is looking at each other going, oh no, this one laid an egg, we're done. Why did that happen? It doesn't make any difference how many king's horses you had, okay? It doesn't make any difference how many geniuses you had. It makes no difference how much money you spend in media time or how great of a producer or how great of a video operation you had on the product. If people don't want it, they don't want it. And if people want the product, they want the product. And if you're out trying to push something in network marketing that nobody wants, you are going to have a slow, long build. Because it's going to take all of your sales skills and all of that pressure and everything you can do to try to build an organization and make an income. But if you, on the other hand, have stuff like this, that people want, demand, want, not need, want, they're going to come to you almost. They need this. They're looking for it. So what happens when you have a product with demand? All of a sudden, you're passing product ideas out as fast as you can. They're on your website signing up as quick as they can. And we have 50% of the people that buy these products are customers, not people who are ambassadors. That's unheard of in network marketing. Why is it? It's because the products work. It's because they're the best you can get. And some people say, well, wait a minute. Does everybody have the same response to all of these? The answer is no, of course not. Look around yourself. Everybody in this room is different than the person sitting next to you. Everybody has a different metabolism. Everybody has a different body chemistry. Everybody has a different response. However, think about this. I know roughly how many of you are here tonight, and I know that I could put twice as many people in this room right now. As new as this company is, I could put twice as many people in this room from across the United States as there are right here tonight that have lost over 100 pounds taking Plexus. Can you imagine that many people that you could line up that have lost more than 100 pounds? There are some that have lost 200. The before and after pictures of the, I'm going to make a video very soon, by the way, called the 100 Club. And it's just a demonstration video. It's not trying to, you know, I'm not trying to disrespect the people who lost 70 pounds or 80 pounds, but it's just kind of a benchmark, if you will. If you could put just a whole string of people and their before and after pictures that lost 100 pounds together, would you like to see a video like that show? I think it's important for us to realize that that dynamic kind of result is happening in people's lives. Now, not everybody is going to have that response. But what can you talk about in these products relative to the response of different people? The thing about the products that Lori touched on is that there's a balancing effect going on. They're not going after a direct problem response kind of, that's not the scenario that these products work in. They work on rather than that two-stage kind of thing. It's like, if you get into the medical world, you understand, infection, antibiotic, right? You got a two thing. Here's the problem, here's the answer, go do that. Well, in natural medicine and in natural health, you have to do it more in a three-stage thing, okay? So there's a problem here, and you bring something to the body here, not addressing the problem necessarily, but the problem had a root in your body somewhere, okay? It started somehow. It was caused by an imbalance. It's usually, if you talk to naturopathic doctors, it happens in the gut. Somewhere in your digestive system, something is out of whack. That can throw everything off, okay? And if you rebalance that part, everything else starts to then work again in harmony and in balance again. And other results start to happen in your system. Now, sometimes it happens very quickly. Sometimes it takes longer. But the point of it is that we're trying to bring balance back into your system. Okay, so these different products work in different ways to restore your body to where it should be, so your body can do what it's supposed to do and what it was created and invented to do and heal itself. We don't heal anything, we don't cure anything. Don't go out and tell anybody that we're out to cure anything. We don't do that. Make sure you don't say that because it's illegal to say. Okay? The FDA will come after you and us and everybody else. We don't cure diseases. Okay? Don't say it. But do people with major health problems recover from them? Yes.
Yes.
All the time. I mean, the testimonials could go on and on and on and on and on. Even here. Well, then why can't you say it? Well, because that's not the way that our government regulation system is. What we do is we bring to the body the things that will balance it out. And the body then turns around and does something that is restorative, and whether it's weight, whether it's pain, like this, the product, the nerve, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the nerve product. I don't mean to single it out, but it's a good example. Dr. Harris formulated this product, and nerve damage is pretty common. A lot of people that are, and it ties into our whole system because we're dealing with a lot of people that have had weight problems. A lot of those people are diabetic, and a lot of people who are either pre-diabetic or diabetic have had some sort of peripheral neuropathy developing, and they have some nerve pain and nerve problems, tingling, all those kind of issues going on to some degree or another. A lot of other people have been in different situations in life, whether it's surgeries or accidents or problems where they've gotten some nerve damage. And so they have some of that kind of pain, and that kind of pain is different than other kinds of pain. That kind of pain doesn't respond to a regular pain reliever. So you can be taking all kinds of pain drugs, and it won't touch it. The pain will still be there. And the medical profession has no answer for it whatsoever. Right now they're running a bunch of ads on television for an antidepressant drug that they're using for peripheral neuropathy because they don't have an answer for it at all. Well, how many of you remember Superman? Remember Christopher Reeve? Christopher Reeve was riding a horse and fell off and broke his neck. Remember the story? And ended up completely paralyzed. Well, he had a lot of money, of course, from his movie career. And he invested $1 billion in the research on the restoration of damaged nerves. Out of that research, even though it unfortunately didn't help him and he passed away, he was bound and determined to try to walk again, and he was hoping that he could fund enough research to help himself walk again. And it didn't happen well enough or fast enough for him. But the research we're all benefiting from today, what they discovered was that nerve damage will heal itself. It won't be healed by any outside agency. It'll be healed by the body itself. Because it's imagine electrical wire where somebody has taken the insulation off the electrical wire. and the wires are touching each other and causing short circuits. I think even a lot of you that don't like anything to do with electronics or electricity understand that. And a nerve has a myelin sheath on it, and it protects itself from the short circuiting like that. And that's where the pain's coming from. Well, out of that situation, they discovered that there was a certain compound of nutrients that created a chemical kind of a compound in the body of proteins and amino acids that if they were present in the body would use them to heal nerve pain. It was called nerve growth factor. That's what they named it. Not very, I mean, it doesn't sound very exciting, nerve growth factor, but that's what it is. And if your body has the right, it has the right things being brought in, the right nutrients being brought in, so it can have and build nerve growth factor. That nerve growth factor will be used to heal nerves, and those nerves will eventually heal. They heal slow. Nerves heal at 1 inch a month. If your hands are hurting because of a nerve problem that runs all the way, it could 3 years you could be looking at. But it's the only way to get it, is to heal at 1 inch a month. So you got to get on this and stay on it. But what happens here is this doesn't heal nerve damage. This gives you the nutrients so your body can make nerve growth factor so that your body can then start healing itself. If nerve growth factor is not there, those nerves will never heal, ever. You'll have pain the rest of your life. If the nerve growth factor is there, then it will heal it. It'll heal itself. If the nutrients are there, your body will make nerve growth factor. We're not healing nerve growth. We're not healing nerves. You hear what I'm saying? You're following that path?
Yes.
We're giving you the nutrition. You're rebalancing the body. The body then heals itself of the nerve damage. So we're not curing anything. We're just giving you what it takes to get there from here. It's very important to realize that when you talk about this that Will is making and realizing how powerful this is. You think, okay, that's a vitamin. And then we call it a turbocharged vitamin, which sounds like I got my hands on it. Did one of my fancy advertising tricks. But that's really not what that's about. It really is that. And this is how we can say it. Because when we coupled the vitamin nutrition in here, and Will and Scott did this. I didn't do it. I act like I did it. I had nothing to do with it. But when they did this, they realized that just a simple aloe, which has been around forever, and has been used for many wonderful things, and is a wonderful, wonderful natural source of great benefit to your body on a level, whether it's on your skin or your digestive tract or whatever. It's great. But what they found out was that when you put a nutrient with aloe and ingest it into your body, the absorption into your body increased 300%. Now get this. You don't have to have mega vitamins. You just need enough vitamins, but you need them where they need to go, in your system. You need them in your bloodstream. You need them in your tissues. How do you get them there? A lot of people laugh about mega vitamins. They just say it causes expensive urine because it just goes right through. You know that happens. You watched it yourself, and I won't get gross. Okay? Well, what's the difference? That's not where you want your vitamins. You don't want to flush your vitamins. You want them to go into your body and do some good. How does that happen? You have to have the assimilation into your system. And if the assimilation isn't happening, you can take all of them you want. It's not working. The aloe that's mixed with this causes the assimilation to take place at a 300% increased level. Nobody has this but us. Now, add to that New Zealand black currant. What's that? It's not just an advertising ploy. You all remember how they were talking about antioxidants. Everybody know about antioxidants here? Okay, there's cell damage going on in your body, and if you have a lot of the wrong properties going on, environmentally, or the food you eat, or the different things that you're exposed to, you can have oxidation in your body. And so, they had discovered this, that it was one of the biggest factors in the deterioration of our health was oxidation. This was happened years ago, back before most of you were born. But I was there. Sorry. And as a result of this oxidation, they found out that the antidote to the oxidation was like vitamin C. Remember that? I knew a guy that was an affiliate of Dr. Linus Pauling, who won a Nobel Prize for his work on vitamin C. And they found that that it counteracted the oxidation that you would have in your body. Well, then they said, let's find a better antioxidant than vitamin C. And they came up with grapeseed extracts, or OPCs. Oleogomeric proanthocyanidins is what they actually were. And I did that at one other meeting, and somebody said, you do, and you'll clean it up too. But that stuff actually came out of maritime pine bark, and it came out of the seed of grapes, and it was a powerful antioxidant, and people felt wonderfully better on it. Well, then they found out that there was something in the skin of blueberries that was even stronger than that. And so they figured, okay, well, since we're moving up the levels here, we're going to come up with something to measure them. So they came up with something called an ORAC score. And the ORAC score is the measurement of how powerful an antioxidant is. So the baseline is kind of vitamin C, and then you got OPCs here, and then you got the blueberry extract here, and everybody's trying to find a good antioxidant. And Will, New Zealand black currant has the highest ORAC score ever measured, correct?
That's correct. I'm trying to find the file.
Okay. And I think it's maybe 10 times higher than any other antioxidant ever found on the planet. Is that true?
That is correct.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we don't really tell you much about that, but this has 10 times more antioxidant power than any other planet or any other product on the planet you can get. And it's in your X Factor. 10 times higher ORAC score than any other antioxidant money can buy is in this product. Nobody else sells it but us. New Zealand black currant. See, it's amazing the stuff you find out when you go to these meetings. The point that I'm trying to bring about is that we are doing something that's so vitally important to the health of other people. Weight loss is big, but there's so many other parts of it. When you talk about the balancing of your GI tract and what happens, I mean, so many people are suffering from candida. You have no idea. You have no idea. And I'll tell you why. Are you getting bored with this? Oh,
No.
I'm telling you stuff that's really important. If you can remember it, it's going to help you. The medical profession decides it's going to treat most things. You're either going to cut you or they're going to give you an antibiotic, right? So it's surgery, you're going to cut it out, or you're going to try to give an antibiotic to it. Well, think about what the word antibiotic means. It kills antibodies. Antibiotic. Okay? Your entire intestinal system has flora, what they call flora in it, bioflora. It's all the good germs and the bad germs. And it keeps it in balance. And when it gets out of balance, you have a problem. Well, if you have an infection in your body, it can be just about anything anymore, they're going to start throwing antibiotics at it. And you know that they've had to come up with stronger and stronger and stronger antibiotics with more and more side effects all the time. Some of these things are, I mean, they have antibiotics that they're routinely giving to people now that are used for anthrax treatment. That's what, Cipro. Have you ever heard of that? Yeah. They hand that out like it's Tic Tacs. Oh, those are the things you used to take. Sorry. Forgot about it. What else could I use? M&M's? Yeah. Anyway, what happens when you take an antibiotic? It doesn't just kill the bad stuff. It kills the good stuff right along with it. It doesn't know the difference. Think about it. Get out your antibiotic pill and look and see if it has a mind. It doesn't know whether it's a good bug or a bad bug. It just kills all bugs. Right?
Yep.
So what happens is your intestinal flora, your immune system, 80% of your immune system is in your colon. And you take these antibiotic courses, 2 weeks of this, month of that, yeah, you're going to get over the infection, but your entire immune system is gone. Now 6 weeks later, you come down with something else and you go to the doctor and say, man, I've got something else now. And he goes, yeah, you sure do. We took a blood test and you got this. We're going to have to give you an antibiotic. This is a different one this time. Or we're going to have to do surgery. Or pretty soon, you start with one and you are in the domino effect of your health just going downhill. Because they don't come back and tell you, this is how you put your